Okay, make sure my volume. I checked my internet already. Whoop! Already messing up. Oh. Am I live? Hey y'all. What's up, TikTok? I can't even see if anybody's even on this thing. It's really going on. How y'all doing today? There it goes. Now I can see people. How y'all doing this Monday? Got a lot of great stuff to talk about tonight. A whole bunch of stuff to talk about tonight. So I'm gonna do my best to go to try to cover the majority of it. All right, I'm just reading my notes to see if I'm not forgetting anything. Hey, Robin, how you doing? I hope everybody is doing good this evening. I don't want to start too soon, so let me let people enter the room. Y'all know I'm going through these notes. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. I don't know who Ivan Rodriguez. I'm not accepting it. I'm sorry. Not accepting no online requests. Hey, Genteria. Y'all give me a sec. We just want to see who all is going to get in here, because y'all know once I start going, somebody going to come in here and go, I missed it, repeat it. So trying to give people just a couple minutes. I hope y'all having a good Monday. Y'all know y'all gonna have to start watching with a pen and piece of paper, man, because it's hard to give y'all all this information. I swear. I gotta get like a secretary for real. So y'all definitely gotta start watching with a pencil and piece of paper so y'all can take down notes, so y'all can come back to me later and go, what was that you talked about? So this is how y'all stay up on things, okay? So y'all know I don't mind giving y'all the info, but I definitely want y'all to be prepared. All right, so we got some people here. Hello, thank everybody for being here as always on Mondays 7 p.m. I appreciate it. So let's get into it. All right, let me go to where my notes and stuff are. But one of the most important things I want to talk about with you guys, and this seems to be a lot of misconceptions, so let's get on this tax stuff right now, so we can clear up any lies and or confusion. As always, if you have questions, you can drop them. I will answer them to the best of my ability. All right. So hold on, where are all my extra notes too? Because y'all know IRS done came out with some new stuff. They always coming out with something new, and when they do, I gotta make sure I get the info so that I can get it. Mom, you get that from me, please? All right. So sorry. You know what? First of all, let me get to something before I get to the IRS. This is something I forgot to talk about last week. I did not address the issue that debt collectors can now contact you through social media. Thank you. So it is getting real. Y'all know I talk about this all the time about if you owe somebody, we want y'all to fix your credit and all that good stuff. But this is another reason why. It's because now debt collectors have been given the permission. Okay, so let me check really quick. Y'all can't hear me, right? Before I get to, y'all know, because I can get to going. So can you hear me? Let me do a sound check really quick. Just somebody let me know if you can hear me on both TikTok and here on Facebook. Okay, I'm just waiting for somebody to say they can hear me. Okay, thank you, Shauna Gale. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. I can't even read the names, but thank y'all. Okay, so let's get back to debt collectors and social media. So yes, it is true. They have just been approved to given the right to contact you through your social media. So yes, that means they can slide in your DMs on Instagram. That means, yes, they can come and bother you on Facebook. That also means that they can send you messages through your business Facebook. Whatever way that they think that they can get in touch with you, they are going to start messaging you there. They can text you. So if they got your cell phone number, they're going to text you. A lot of y'all forgot y'all cell phone numbers are on your credit reports. So they can absolutely send you a message. But here's the trick. And this is what y'all have to be paying attention to. If they contact you, Okay, you don't have to automatically delete those messages. Okay, first thing y'all need to make sure is make sure that they give you the option to opt out, because they should send you a message, and the message should say and TikTokers, please like and share TikTok and all this algorithm stuff. I have to do what they say so I can get more viewers. So I appreciate if y'all like, share, tag, and all that good stuff that I always ask y'all to do. Believe me, if I could just talk to y'all, I would be fine. But because I want to grow, these are the things that I have to ask y'all to do. So if y'all could like, tag, share, all those good things, I would appreciate it. All right. But if they inbox you and they say, hey, I'm Mr. So-and-so from Portfolio Recovery, we want to talk to you about a bill, somewhere on that message should be where you can opt out. If they don't give you that option to opt out, that's a lawsuit. Okay. Believe me, these people know that y'all don't know. So they are going to try it. Okay. They are definitely going to try to see if they can get away, to see if you're not paying attention to people like me when I'm telling you these are the things that you can do. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix my light. Okay, so they're definitely gonna be, hold on, y'all, I gotta mess with my thing. So they're definitely gonna be trying to see if you know what I'm telling you. Okay, the next thing is they can't contact you more than 7 times in 7 days. That's a pretty big thing. So it did not specify, and I'm looking at this paperwork right here, it doesn't specify if it's 7 times in 7 days all through social media or if it's a combination. Basically, it don't matter. If they contacting you more than 7 times in 7 days, you need to report them. And if you want to know who to report them to, you can report them to the Federal Trade Commission. I'm going to put that here on Facebook so you guys can see this is who you can go to if you have to make any complaints. And that's how you will start that process. Also, if you want to get you an attorney, you can easily find you an attorney. Attorneys who sue for these types of cases do not even charge you any money out of pocket. They only take your cases if they know they can win. So the name of the game, if you're trying to make you some money off of this new thing, you need to make sure you don't delete any of these messages. You keep them so that you have proof to verify. And also, y'all need to make sure y'all on the do not call list. I know I probably don't talk about that enough, but let me put this down. I'm gonna put this down over here so you guys can see it. All you gotta do is type do not call list, and you can put your phone number on the do not call list. A lot of y'all getting all these spam calls and y'all wondering why. And it's probably because your name is not on, or your number, is not on the do not call list. So now people are hitting you up, spam likely. Y'all see it in your phones because y'all are not registering. And let me tell you what you don't know. If you are on the do not call list, okay, that tells these marketers, because that's what they are. They're marketing companies that are marketing to you auto warranties and all kind of other medical stuff you don't need. They are that's what their job is. But once you put yourself on that list, that lets them know that you do not want to be contacted. So if you continue to be called by these people and you save these calls when they call you and the number shows up, or you save the voicemails, now you can also go and get you an attorney and sue for the Telephone Communications Violations Act. It is it's called the TCPA violation, and you actually can sue for things like this. I know people who have actually come and tell me what they've done. And I'm gonna drop a gem for y'all. Y'all can use apps to help y'all. If any of y'all, because believe it or not, people make a living out of doing things like this. Tonight, we're gonna talk about IRS, but we also gonna talk about this fraud and how people are making a whole living off of living fraudulently. Okay. And there are people who do this. They actually put their cell on the do not call list. They get a bunch of cell phones and they register them to their cell phone. They all put them on the do not call list, and they wait for people to call them. And they take these numbers down. They take the voicemails mails down, the names of whoever, and then they go to a law firm and they sue. And you can get up to $1,500 per call, not per company, per call. Y'all heard what I said? It's per call. Yes, you can. It's legal, but people actually do it and live off of it. But it is completely legal. You can sue people for doing that, but you first got to put yourself on that do not call list. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, just to lower the numbers from people calling you, then that might be what you want to do. Okay. All right. So let me see if anybody has sent me any questions really quick. Mahogany says, I need the list of certifications. So if you watched me last week, I talked about some certifications that you basically can purchase. You just have to send your resume up. The school is called Global Academy of Finance and Mathematics or something. Finance and Management, excuse me. And they actually, I believe for $229, you can get about 18 credentials to go behind your name. So if you want it and you're watching from TikTok, there's my information. Let me see. There's my email in there. My email is not in there actually, but you can send me, and you can go to my Instagram and send me a message if you're interested in getting my link list. But if you're watching from TikTok, you can go subscribe to my YouTube, and you can go join my Discord if y'all want to be on the ends, okay? Because I'm actually going to, hey, my Discorders, after tonight's show, we're actually going to go into another private group with just us so we can answer your questions. We can talk about stuff that I am not going to talk about here. So there are benefits to membership, okay? And if you want to break it down, I am worth $1 a day, okay? And there's 30 days in a month, and my membership is $29.95, and it's worth it. Because, well, you get me and you get information that you're not going to get. Why? Because you're too busy living life. Let me do that digging for you. Okay. All right. So if you need that list of certification, you can get that on link list from me. I'll send it to you. All right. Let me see what y'all saying over TikTok real quick. It says, let me see. What about they keep texting you? Yeah, if they keep texting you, that's still a violation. You do not have to have them text you. So what if you're on the DNC list? That's do not call, but your mobile carrier sold your number. If your mobile carrier sold your number, they should have, but it doesn't matter. The do not call should stay the same. But if you think the mobile company sold your number, then you can go and put your number back on the do not call list again. The do not call list, I think, is good for 5 years. So if you haven't gone on there, you should. If you got grandmamas, granddaddies, or old mamas, like my mama, I love her, but I have to put her on the do not call list so these people can stop calling her phone. So if y'all have people that are a little more prone to having people sell stuff to them that you don't want, you need to put them on a do not call list and cut down those calls, from coming to the phone, not just your phone, but to these other older people's phones too. Okay. So anybody work with senior citizens, go on and put them on the do not call list and help them out. Okay. Let's see. All right. So let's move on really quick. So let's talk about IRS. And all they stuff, okay? So they just released an updated, I guess a question and answer, or frequently asked questions to what's going to happen next year concerning the child tax credit payments, all right? So a lot of y'all tagged me and a lot of stuff, and I appreciate y'all tagging me and stuff. Let me get this thing back out. So the number one thing I want y'all to remember, and Mahogany, you wrote it in the messages last week. Y'all have to remember, if y'all do not have that IRS letter 6419, type that in for Mahogany if you can, please. IRS letter 6419. That is going to be the letter you're going to get from the IRS letting you know how many child tax credit payments you received. And that is what you're going to give to your tax preparer. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I've been reading a lot of articles, and the same thing keeps coming up in every article. Is the reason that individuals keep getting audited is because you do not put in the correct information, and it's an automatic red flag. It also stated that individuals who incorrectly stated their stimulus payments. So if you tried to put that you only got 1,200, but you actually got 18, you were either going to be audited, or you raised the red flag, which now meant you had to be put back in the pile of other people who had to wait. Now, this is not coming from my mouth. This is just me regurgitating information that I read. But I'm telling y'all, when you get this letter, make sure you keep it. Now, I said this last week. If you move, or you move a lot, please, you have enough time to update your address before the beginning of tax season. Why y'all wait so long? I don't understand. But if you need to have it sent to your mama's house or your auntie's house, somebody who we know not going to move, then that's what you need to do, because incorrectly stating these child tax credit payments, and I want y'all to tag a friend, tell a friend, I'm telling you now, the IRS is not hiring 87,000 more auditors. They're not hiring IRS employees. They're hiring auditors. They're not hiring 87,000 auditors for nothing. So one of the best ways that you could keep from making sure that somebody ain't looking at you is, and even if somebody's doing your taxes, ain't nothing wrong with reviewing your paperwork before they hit submit. Make sure they put them numbers in correctly, okay? Especially from them IRS child tax credit payments, because what you don't want is them to think you trying to run game on them, and then you get caught up in something, okay? So the IRS letter 6419, I don't see that nobody typed that in, but it's okay. That is the letter that you guys need to make sure you're looking out for. Now, of course, I also mentioned this last week. You need to make sure you have your 1095A, which is your premium tax credit form, and you also need to have your what's this other one? Your economic impact payment letter. That's letter 6475. But basically, any letter you get from the IRS, you need to keep somewhere. And if some of y'all are bad with y'all mail, here goes a trick. Screenshot it with your phone and save it as a favorite. So anytime you need it, you have it. After tax season, if you don't need it no more, you can discard it, okay? But these are things you can do, especially if you're somebody that's a little sloppy. I know a lot of people get mail and they lose it. They got kids write on it. It's wet. It's in the garbage. These are ways you can keep stuff that's important. That's what I do. Anything that's important to me, I screenshot it so I always have it, all right? So that popped up as one of the ways that you can prevent from getting audited from the IRS, or at least raising some red flags. And that was the main thing they said in a lot of those articles, is to make sure you got the child tax credit payments, okay? If any of y'all got child tax credit payment questions, please go ahead on and ask. I'm gonna tell y'all some updates. This is some stuff that wasn't necessarily happening last year, but it was. If anybody died that you know in the year of 2020, because that's when they gave out the stimulus checks. If anyone you know died in 2020 and they did not, listen to me, and they did not receive all three of the stimulus checks, excuse me, all two of the stimulus checks, sorry, the 1,200 and the 600, you can go back and collect that. Now, the individuals have to be people who are not claimed on anybody else's taxes, meaning they cannot be a dependent, okay? So if this is just someone who's died and the family thought that because they died, they weren't going to get the money, incorrect. You can go back and get the money. What they cannot get is the 1,400. You had to have been alive in order to get the 1,400, meaning I would say, yeah, you had to be alive to receive it. If you died and you didn't get the 1,400, you cannot go back and get that one, but you can claim the 12 or the 600 if you did not do that, okay? Thank you, Christopher Troutman. I appreciate that. Thank you, Game Over. Thank y'all. Let me put that up so y'all can see now. IRS 6419, those are the letters. And 6475, that's another letter. And a 1095A. Those are the three things y'all need to have, okay? Now, a lot of y'all did not get to file y'all taxes this year because y'all did not put in your premium tax credit. And they are definitely going to want y'all to put that in. Why? Because that's the government covering some of your insurance. And you think that they don't want to get their credit for that? Absolutely they do. So if you leave it out, you're going to hurt yourself. So a lot of people thought they were slick and not going to put it in. And then they came to find out they didn't get no tax return. So I'm telling you, all of those games that people used to play, they're not going to be playing them no more. Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know, because when I see in the bill that they're hiring all of these new auditors, they're not hiring them for rich people. Okay. They're hiring them for regular, average, everyday people like us. And all you can do is your best to stay off of their radar. All right. Let me see what y'all got. If y'all ask me anything. Once you're here, you're an American. 14th Amendment, 3 ways of being. We didn't get into the American stuff. We Americans over here. Okay. We just trying to find our way to how to navigate living in America. Okay. All right. Let's see. Again, so if y'all are watching for the first time, please join, please like, follow, share, tag, all that good stuff. Again, I have a Discord. I also do credit reviews for people who keep knocking down my door for these CPNs. I just gonna take a little sidebar. We're gonna move away from the IRS really quick, because I just gotta let y'all know I have been getting hit up so much. And if you don't follow me on YouTube, you should, because I do have a page because I be bored, y'all. So I make videos a lot. So I did a video on CPNs. If you don't know what a CPN is, that is a secondary social security number that individuals like to create so that they have the opportunity to start over again, building their credit. Okay. So first, let me dispel any myths so that you can be absolutely clear. It is illegal with the E. It is illegal, okay? You cannot do it, okay? But people do it. So since people do it, I'm going to talk about what they do, all right? So on my video that I made on YouTube, basically, and I'm going to put my YouTube down here so y'all can go like and follow and subscribe and all that good stuff too. I appreciate your support. Let me put that down. So in the video, I was telling individuals that I don't agree with the usage of CPNs, but I do understand that people use them, and people use them because, hey, you can't get an apartment. Majority of people who hit me up need to get an apartment. They don't have nowhere to stay. Section 8 vouchers not working. They credit bad. They got evictions. So how can they get a place to stay? A lot of people do it to get a CPN for that very reason. Although it's illegal, I do understand. Okay. So, but what I have noticed is I've been getting an influx of people have been asking me, well, how do I get one? How do I make one? Where can I buy one? And let me tell y'all, I did just make a video today because I felt super cute today in my little pink. So I made a video today to tell y'all how to make your very own. Again, I don't agree with it, but it doesn't mean I can't regurgitate information that I find or that I read and tell y'all how. So a CPN is basically a secondary, credit number. In some cases, they are going to be stolen numbers from children. Not too many cases are like that, and in the realm of people that I know. But if you want to know how people do it and they mess up and they get themselves in trouble, you can please go watch the video. It will I'm gonna release it tonight at 9:00. So, but if you happen to want to, that's the new video on how to make a CPN. But if you want to see my other CPN video, it is already on my YouTube page. Just to tell you, about it. But the reason I brought it up, one is people are asking me a lot about it. But another thing I'm starting to see, and I wanted you guys to know, because a lot of people are in the process of getting their credit fixed. If you're in the process of getting your credit fixed, you're not supposed to be applying for credit. Okay, you're not. But if you do, and you start to notice that you are seeing things on your credit inquiries that you may have not applied for anything, you need to go to the person fixing your credit to find out if it's possible, if somebody may or may not have your information. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because there was a case recently. This person was a credit repair individual, and I hate because it makes it look bad for other individuals who try to do the right thing. But this person was taking all of their customers' information, their name, their birthday, and all of that stuff, and they were getting CPNs in their customers' names, not telling their customers, and going on a shopping spree at the expense of their customers, and then not even paying the damn bill. Okay, like how you gonna do that and then not even pay the bill on top of it? You know what I'm saying? Like the disrespect. Okay, so that happened to about 80 people, okay? And although it did not hurt their real credit, but can you imagine if you're out somewhere with your family and the feds walk up to you and arrest you for illegal use of a social security number, or going out and applying for credit cards and getting cars and homes and apartments, and that's not even you? So it is actually happening. So I say that to tell y'all to make sure you keep an eye on your credit, even when it's being fixed. Some people just can't be trusted, okay? Some people can, but a lot of people cannot be, all right? So let me see if y'all got any questions really quick, okay? Let's see. Darren says, any information about the government helping pay for Wi-Fi for low income? So now, if y'all watched me last week, I already talked about the government paying for Wi-Fi. It's called the broadband program. It is called the FCC broadband program, and they are absolutely paying for low income, for Wi-Fi for low income, not just Wi-Fi, regular internet, and Wi-Fi probably is included, but you do get a discount, Darren. So if you're interested in that, all you got to do is, let me type it down here. It is FCC broadband program, and all you got to do is type it in on Google, and there's an application you can put in your information, and from there you can find the provider that you use that will help you out. Okay, and let's see, do people living in a nursing home get a stimulus check? Not everybody who lives in a nursing home gets a stimulus check. That is by state. So they have not necessarily announced what states are. Look, let me just go through my thing because I do have some states that are. Let's talk about these stimulus checks real quick. And no, I'm in Florida, Ma, actually. And thank you very much for searching my YouTube. Let me go to these questions really quick before I move on. Let's see. What can you do if you know somebody's claiming your child without consent? Great question. So if somebody's claiming your child without consent for the child tax credit, then you absolutely need to file an ID theft form with the IRS. I believe it is IRS form. Hold on, I will tell you, but you need to file an ID theft form with the IRS. Very quick and easy. All you're going to do is write what the issue is, put your information down for the child, and that is it. One thing about the IRS, though, if you believe they're claiming a child's information, the IRS is not going to let you know because they are going to protect that child's information. If it's another adult, it's different. But if it's a child, they're not going to tell you. They will just investigate what you stated and go from there. And the form is 14039. So if you want to do ID theft form with the IRS, then you need form 14039, and that's the form that you can use. To tell on somebody. They shouldn't be using it anyway. If it's not. And thank you, Mahogany, for reminding me too. IRS is actually hiring, believe it or not. Now, outside of them 87,000 auditors that they're hiring, they're actually hiring for regular jobs. So if anybody is looking, thank you. You can go to jobs.irs.gov. And you can see what they have. And a lot of these jobs, I did see some jobs are working from home. Now, I know you is not finna come up in the IRS thinking you finna come and you didn't finish school or anything like that. You more than likely, and these are government jobs, you are going to have some type of education. If no education, you're gonna need some type of background so that you can be at least looked at. Okay, so let me move on real quick. If you're in Brevard, and you're a substitute teacher, so this is individuals who are in Florida. They are the state is actually going to give an incentive. You get extra money if you're a substitute teacher if you decide to work on the 20th of December and the 21st. So I guess no teachers want to work that day. So if you are a substitute teacher, you do get an extra $50. Okay, they need to do a little better than that, but it's better than nothing. Okay, because times is hard. Okay, so you can do that if you are in Brevard and you're a substitute teacher. Let me move on. There are some states that are giving some additional money. So a lot of these states have already given out additional money. And the reason I'm talking about this is because y'all be quick to think that when you see an article, that means that there's some stimulus money coming, but there's not. But here are the states that have issued money or still should be in the process of issuing money. It is California. They had an additional stimulus that they gave out. Connecticut, New Mexico, Vermont, Tennessee, New Hampshire, Florida. But Florida only gave out the additional $1,000 if you were a teacher. And that was it. So there's only 7 states that gave out additional money, but each state gave out the additional money for something differently. I didn't take the whole article. I did save it. So if anybody has any questions about it, I can answer it, but I'm not going to pull it up right now. Another thing, if you're in Florida also, if you live near Vero, okay, so this is for anybody that's in Fort Pierce, Melbourne, or Vero. They're actually having a 4-day free self-defense class. Okay, did I say free? It's a 4-day self-defense class that is coming up. I already signed up, so I make sure y'all didn't steal none of my slots. But I will post tonight on Facebook on my story where you can sign up. You can sign up tomorrow. Like I said, it's a free 4-day or 3-day self-defense class. And women, we need that, okay? Because people around here is going crazy and robbing folks like no tomorrow. And if you don't have a gun, you at least need to know how to fight, okay? So y'all make sure y'all check my story because I'm going to post that after this, okay? Let's see. What else I got? And then I'll look at y'all if y'all have any questions too, okay? We're gonna talk about these stocks really quick. Oh, before I get to the stocks, let me go back. The IRS is stating that they want you guys to register with ID Me, okay, whether it's child tax credit portal or not, because that is going to be the new way that the IRS is going to require you to sign in. So if you do not have a an account with ID Me, you can go to ID Me. I don't know if it's .com or .org, but you can go there and you can already create you an account. So that way, when you have to log into these government websites, because all of the government websites are moving over to some second type of authentication, and ID Me is what a lot of them use. If you go and register yourself now, then whenever you have to do anything with the government, you already have a login and you don't have to do it again. So I would tell you, don't wait for the IRS. Go do ID Me on your own to get your login and password so that you can now go to the IRS website and just log in with ease. Okay. Because they are, and I'm looking at this, somebody sent me a screenshot where it's saying that the IRS is saying, not IRS, excuse me. Somebody sent this to me from PayPal. PayPal is now, and if you guys use any type of third-party merchant, you're going to see that now you're going to have to re-sign a lot of your forms because, and I'm going to read it. It says the IRS will soon require anyone receiving $600 in payments for goods and services to confirm their taxpayer status. It says, as someone who's received payments through PayPal, you need to confirm your taxpayer status by providing your tax ID number to meet the requirement and avoid any disruption to your account. Now, I went and looked that up, okay? So this was just from PayPal, but if you have any other of those cash apps, I would not be surprised if they start sending you these things. Here is what is going to happen, and I read this on IRS. You guys are going to have to get an EIN number. Y'all see what they're doing? Do y'all see what they're doing? They are going to make you separate your money. Now you are going to be forced to get an EIN number because your social ain't gonna work. Technically, they're right, because that is how it should be done. If you have a business, you should have an EIN number because it separates your money so it doesn't commingle. And when I say commingle, that means this, okay? You want your money to separate. So they're not wrong for asking you that, but I do want y'all to realize there's some big changes coming down. So for y'all that don't have an EIN, and let me tell y'all need to tag and share somebody, because there's a lot of y'all friends that's operating as sole proprietor and they're using their social. They're going to be forced to. We don't like to be voluntold. We want to volunteer. So I'm telling y'all to go do it now. Go and get your EIN so that when it's time to update your paperwork with PayPal, and maybe Cash App might send you one, and Square definitely going to send you one. Stripe is definitely going to send you one. If you're using any of those scheduling apps to make appointments, what's the one that the people use that do hair? Y'all know, Shop something. For any of those who use those, you're going to have to update that information. So if you don't have an EIN, tell them Shamika told you so, okay? Go on and get you one. Let me see if we got any questions real quick. Go ahead. Okay, we answered that one. Hey, Shamika, will you post the 3 forms that we need again? Can you post on your IG too? Yeah, you know what? I'll just take a picture of it. I'll take a picture and I'll post it. 6419, 6475. And a 1095A. But yeah, thank you. I'll post that on my IG after this so that y'all know. And again, y'all, please go get the EIN because y'all gonna need one. Thank you. Shopify is one of them. Yep. Anybody who got a business, they're gonna make you reveal yourself. Okay, they are. They're making y'all tell. Well, hell, they're making you tell on yourself. Okay, basically. All right. Let's see. Also, if you just got married, congratulations. You do have to file within, you must let your employer know within 10 days. I know a lot of y'all might not know that. So some people, y'all trying to keep this marriage on the low and y'all not trying to let these people know, but you got 10 days after you get married to let your employer know that you have changed your status. All right. So make sure y'all doing that, especially getting ready to go into the end of the year. We want to make sure that we're doing our best to get ready to prepare for this upcoming tax season. And if y'all want to know, and I know people have been, well, some people ask, y'all haven't, but I'm going to answer it anyway. Do I think this tax season that's coming up is going to be like this one? Absolutely, yes, I do. I do believe that some of y'all that are waiting on y'all taxes for 2020 probably will get your 2021 return before you get your doggone 2020. Sometimes IRS is just slow like that. So yeah, I do think the tax season is going to be messed up. And also let me add that if this Build Back Better bill gets approved, y'all know it's going to be changes right there. They always have to implement the changes after the bill is approved, which means what happened when this year when y'all did unemployment, did a bill was approved, y'all did y'all taxes regular, And then after the bill was approved, they had to go back and make changes, which meant what? Delayed tax returns, or you did not get your full tax refund. Okay, so again, here are possible changes. So we don't know what's going to necessarily happen. So be prepared for the tax season to look a little crazy. All right. Second thing about taxes. Let's see. What was my other thing? Child tax credit. That's what it was. Sorry. You will be able to claim your missed payments. I know y'all want to know that. You will be able to claim your missed payments for the child tax credit. But if this bill is not approved by December 28th, you will not get your January payment. Remember, they are trying to give you guys the child tax credit payments from January all the way through the end of next year. They're trying to do the $250 and $300. They want to extend it. But if this bill is not approved by the 28th of this month, you will not see it in January. So I'm telling you now, so don't bank no bills on it, because we don't know for sure that it's going to happen. All right. If as soon as something happens, y'all know I'm going to let y'all know. But right now, don't bank on it. The 15th of this month is going to be the last payment you're going to get of child tax credit until we don't know. And you will be able to get the rest, and you can claim at tax time. All right. So I hope I made that clear. Speaking of taxes, y'all should always go and find your local VITA location that does taxes for free for the elderly. Okay. Because remember, y'all want to put out good energy out there so y'all can get it back. So if y'all want to volunteer, I have a location actually where we do taxes for free for the elderly. So if you're in Melbourne, you're in the Brevard County area, please bring your grandmothers, your granddads, bring your high school students. They do not need to go and pay. We talked about this a couple Mondays ago. $1,000 ain't it for taxes, y'all. Okay, people should not be getting ready to go to Kohl's before they even had the opportunity to make any money. All right, their first experience should not be broke when they just got their first refund check. Okay, so if you get an opportunity, find you a local VITA location. But if you're in my area, I will hope to see you so we can go and get these taxes done, so you can walk away with a smile on your face, because some of y'all ain't gonna walk away with none. All right. Some people are already gearing up. I am going to give out the number. So make sure y'all go to my story also. I'm going to post the number, because now it's time for y'all to start calling to see if y'all going to owe any money. Y'all want to know if y'all going to get a tax return check now, between now and in on tax season when it opens. Y'all need to start calling the Treasury Offset Hotline. Y'all need to find out if they finna take your money, or do you have a chance at seeing a tax return, or a tax refund next year. Some people are not. Okay, I can tell you that already. Some people are already looking sad. Now, if y'all didn't know, February 1st, student loan payments have to start getting prepaid. Again, here's the time. Y'all should be using this time, because these government employees are sitting around doing nothing, waiting on vacation. So y'all should be calling the Department of Education tomorrow saying, hey, I need to get on a payment plan because these minimum payments that y'all trying to make me pay for these student loans ain't gonna cut it. I'm not working, or I don't make what I used to. So y'all, they got 5 plans y'all can choose from. 5. Okay, they're giving you 5 options. All right. So if you can't find one of them plans, something's wrong. All right. They base it off of almost anything. Okay. So your income, your job, they base it off anything. Okay. And again, if you are disabled, you can get your loans written off. If your school is closed down, you can get your loans written off. If you are a public servant, you're working for a nonprofit, you're a frontline worker, a first responder, a lot of those things. And the reason why I say frontline worker is because a lot of y'all nurses work for hospitals that are nonprofits, and y'all are walking away from the opportunity to get your loans written off because you don't read the fine print and because nobody told you. So if you know a nurse, you need to ask a nurse to look up their hospital status. Every hospital has a status on its website to find out if it is what they consider a nonprofit hospital. If it's a certain percentage of nonprofit, then you, my friend, can try to get your loans what's the word? You wiped off. I call them wiped off, but you can go on and get those discharged. Thank you. You can go on and get those loans discharged so they can go away. Okay. Let me go through some more notes. Oh, I got something I really want to talk about. And I'm gonna look at y'all questions. So y'all know I'm big on looking out for our individuals who are incarcerated. Okay, we must hold it down for those who cannot hold it down for themselves. And if some of y'all watching me on your phone in prison, shh, but thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all. And those at Jefferson County Correctional Institution, I just want to say hello in Missouri City. Because y'all know y'all be calling my phone for the free all the time. And I want to say thank y'all for working with me. But if you know somebody that's incarcerated, please don't let them miss out on their stimulus check. I'm going to keep saying that because after 3 years, they can't claim it. And that means that money is gone forever. They lose all right to go after it. So I'm going to continue to tell y'all to tell them to get that stimulus check. Stop letting that money go. Thank you, TJ Maxim. Style Seat. That's what it was, Style Seat. So those companies are going to start making you update your information. All right, let me see these questions real quick. Shelly says, what if your child was denied for pandemic EBT, but she did distance learning? This is from 20 to 21. Well, Shelly, if you were denied pandemic EBT, then that takes nothing more than you should be able to argue or dispute the decision. I haven't heard anybody actually getting turned down for it, but I would tell you it does not hurt to dispute the decision and have them tell you why. They have to show me, and where does it say in the black and white that my child was not eligible? That's what they would have to tell me, Miss Boggs. So that is what I would tell you to do. That's what they get paid to do. Make them do their job. And then you're not being disgruntled. You're not being angry. You're just asking them to do what they get paid to do, which is explain to you the program that they say you are ineligible for. And if they say you're not, they definitely got to tell you why. Okay? All right, so JC says elections have consequences. Republicans vote against vaccine rollout, stimulus checks back in March. Now Republicans trying to block Build Back Better and continuation of child tax credit check. So y'all know I don't get into politics too much, but I'm going to tell y'all one thing that I do not like about what is happening right now with this Build Back Better. They are going to tell you the Build Back Better is, and I got 44 pictures in my phone of stuff I was going to talk about tonight. So it is a lot of stuff that this bill absolutely does provide individuals with. Okay. The problem is nobody's asking who is paying for it. And that is where I have a little bit of a problem. The being able to lower prescriptions and all of those things are great. To be able to fix the roads, we need them. But if you're going to do that and go after the middle class and low income to try to be able to pay for it, I have a problem. And I think and a lot of you would have known that beforehand. A lot of y'all probably would not have been down with this bill, let alone maybe even voting him in. So that's my issue. Now, I'm not saying everything is good or bad because things do have to be paid for. But again, we always talk about this here. Rich people know the loopholes. They know the tax shelters. They know where to put their money. It's middle and low class that do not. So we are always by default left holding the bag. And half of us don't even have a damn bag. Half a bag, a piece of a bag, and they're trying to take that. And you can see that from what they're trying to do with the IRS and our bank accounts. Okay. But thank you, JC. Darylyn says, do I have to file taxes since I don't have any income to report you are retired? That depends, Darylyn. If you are trying to claim a stimulus check, you are going to have to file taxes, whether you have income to report or not. If you have no income to report, you do not need to file taxes. But if you are retired, that means you get maybe a Social Security check. If you get a Social Security check or you get income, they're not taking out any taxes. You don't have to file taxes, but there are a lot of people who receive Social Security that earn more than the standard deduction, and they should file taxes just for information purposes. Filing taxes has nothing to do with you having them take your money. Filing taxes is all about information. They want to know what you did during the year. That's all it is. Now, I know you don't want them in your business, but that's just how it works, which is why some of y'all couldn't get these grants, which is why some of y'all couldn't get these EIDL loans. Now these taxes done came back to bite you, and you know what, okay? So, but I hope I answered that question. All right, let's see. Let me go here. And again, my Discord group, we're getting on, and right after this, we're going to go into our little Facebook group and go in there. So if you guys are interested in being in the Discord, all you need to do is hit the link in the bio And let me put it down here for those on Facebook. So all y'all got to do is join. And the good part is I get Chloe do classes, the whole nine, stuff that I ain't gonna do here, but I would like to. But you know, I got to save something for those who really, really, really support. Okay, so all right, it says, are you in Texas? Laws vary. Yes, laws do change in each state. I am in Florida, actually, and a lot of things that I am talking about are government, federal government. So if I'm talking to you about a federal government benefit, it is the same no matter what state that you are in, unless it changes once it hits your state. But most of the stuff that I talk about here are federal, so it applies the same to everybody, no matter where you live, which is the greater part about watching me, because the majority of the stuff I talk about applies to everyone. Okay. What if school loan was for community college that is now a state school? Does that matter? That's a very good question, Brenda. That school is still around, so it's going to be very difficult to say that that school closed and or that school misled you or misrepresented themselves so that you could do the borrower's defense. I think that's going to be very difficult to do. I would tell you to see if you can try to find you another way. They got a lot of student loan plans, y'all. So, you know, they got ways to make this cheap as possible. Y'all just have to pick up that phone and make some phone calls, okay? All right, let's see. Are student loans coming back? Yes, they are, Jeanette. February 1st, 2022, the loans will go back. Now, a lot of y'all may have companies that have closed. A lot of y'all got not Navient. Navient is gone. Y'all probably did not even know. I was going to tell y'all last week, but I forgot. But here goes a little bit of game, okay? Because they're in the process of switching student loan servicer. So a lot of y'all have the ability to right now go and dispute your credit and the student loan actually be removed and or updated as closed because that servicer no longer handles your student loans. And majority of y'all have Navient. And give me another one. The top three are gone. The top three student loan providers are gone. Okay. So I can tell you that. I look at a lot of credit reports. So I can tell you those are gone. So if you want to, this is a great time to dispute to get those gone. But the downside is they coming back. Okay. They're just going to come back with a different provider. All right. But the student loan providers are gone. But if you ever needed like a quick, you know, some of y'all trying to buy in a house and y'all need a little quick movement real quick. This might be one of the ways you could get a little quick move, get into something before the new ones hit your credit report. Just dropped a little gem. Okay. Let's see. Will you, sir? Okay. Thank you for what I'm searching my YouTube. I appreciate it. Let me see. All right. So yeah, let's talk about the stock market. Ooh, goodness. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't never was into the stock market, y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. All right. Because things are about to get crazy. So one, this is a great time to start learning about the stock market if you have not been ever interested before, okay? And all you really got to do is look at the news if you don't look at it. So I'm going to tell y'all a couple of things that y'all should look out for. Now, I actually got this list, and I looked up everyone on this list, and these are really good stocks. And then I'm going to get on this prison program. Jeez, man. All right. Stripe. Y'all know Stripe, the third-party process, the third-party merchant account. They're getting ready to have an IPO. They're coming out. SpaceX. Who don't want something that Elon Musk has his hands in? Y'all heard me. SpaceX and Elon Musk has two companies, Tesla and SpaceX. And if you got some Tesla stock, y'all see what it's looking like. So SpaceX is definitely getting ready to come out with an IPO. So when it drops, and if y'all don't know what an IPO is, just to make it sound real easy for you, basically that is the company putting a out notice, letting y'all know that they putting you on notice that we are about to come out as a stock and you need to get in now before we open to everybody. And the only way you can do that to know about when these IPOs is you need to register with somebody. So if you don't have Robinhood on your phone, Robinhood the app, you might not like it, but Robinhood does send you notifications of when these IPOs open. And if you're interested in entering the stock market at a cheap price before it goes up, before everybody gets their hands on it, get you Robinhood and set your notifications to on. You don't have to buy through them if you don't want to, but it's a good way to stay in the loop, okay? Instacart. How many people work for Instacart? We didn't even know about Instacart until last year. Instacart must be doing damn good to already have an IPO. So I'm telling y'all better look at Instacart. Databricks. I ain't never heard of it before, but you know what? If they're number 4 out of 10, I'm looking at it. Okay, so every single one of these 10, I'm getting. And I will put this back up on my story because I did post this already. Reddit is coming out with an app. If you're into social media, if you're like me, you love Reddit more. If you love Reddit and Twitter more than you love Facebook and Instagram, then you would understand why this means a lot. So to be able to get a part of Reddit before it becomes this big thing, this is awesome. Impossible Foods. Anyone who is a vegetarian, y'all into the fake meat. That's what I like to call it. But Impossible Foods is going to create an IPO so you can get in early. Discord. Did I say you can join my group? You absolutely can. But Discord it's blown up. Okay. They are coming out with an IPO. Plaid is a company that it's finance. Okay, it's finance. It's financial technology. So if you believe in financial technology or fintech as they call it, this would be something good. I think Plaid is pretty good. I see it a lot now. Get Around, that's a new one for me. But again, it's on the list. I'm going to get it. And last but not least is House. Again, I'll post this, but House really started out as an app. It's an interior decorated thing. And but rich people, I guess, can buy furniture and stuff off of there. So it's really just a web-based thing. But these 10 companies, and again, I will post these for y'all. If y'all are interested in getting into the stock market, get you that Robinhood app. Pay attention, set those notifications to on, so that you'll know when they're available. And if you're interested and cheap enough, get you some, okay? Most of them that I buy, I usually go in at between $20 and $40. I usually am not paying a whole lot because, hey, I'm still learning. But y'all know I sharing the information. So anywhere between $20 and $40, if y'all ain't trying to get on, at least with SpaceX, then something's wrong, okay? Let me see. Business owners, have you paid your sales taxes? If you're not on your quarterly sales taxes, you should be getting ready for your annual sales taxes for your state. So please make sure that you have paid your sales taxes. I got too many of y'all coming in my inbox asking me to help because now these people talking about suing you or sending it to a debt collector. So if you are not sure, you got a sales tax, you buying stuff at wholesale, you're using your sales certificate from your state, you should be reporting sales tax. Even if you had no sales, you should be reporting something. So if you have not, you need to make sure you do it. Okay. All right. Darren says, if you file bankruptcy, can the bank come get house still? I had an equally loan with the bank. They went up on the interest. If you file bankruptcy, and again, y'all know I like to tell y'all not an attorney, but let me just say this, Terrell, if you file bankruptcy to keep you file a bankruptcy to keep the bank from taking your house. So if you have an issue with your interest, as in maybe you got a balloon payment, maybe you got a bad loan, your credit is bad where you can't refinance your mortgage for your house, then you probably should look at doing a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And it also depends on your income. If your income is high enough, you'll have to do a 13. If it's not, you could do a Chapter 7. But if you did a 13, you would be able to do a mortgage modification, which forces the bank to work with you. That means whether they got to lower that interest rate, they got to find some kind of way to make a deal with you and the lawyer that represents you so that you can keep that house, because it is in their best interest for you to keep it, because they don't want it back, because now they got more assets that they can't get rid of and they may not be able to sell it. Remember, y'all asked me last week about the market. It's absolutely going to crash. So the bank absolutely wants you to keep your house so you can deal with that. They don't want to. Okay. But no, they don't usually come and take your house at all. Actually, bankruptcy stops and it does that. Okay. So if you're interested in doing that, Darla, and for anybody else, I do actually assist people with doing their bankruptcy petitions, filling out the information on their bankruptcies, just to assist you guys, because people of color were told bankruptcy is bad and it's horrible and stay away. While our counterparts are filing 3, 4, 5, and 6 times and living the good life, and we are in the hood. No. You've been misinformed for a reason, and that's not what we want. Hey, Miss Pam, it's all right. You could be late, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Okay. I haven't gotten my amended return. If you haven't gotten your amended return, don't feel bad. A lot of people are going through that. You just have to wait and keep checking. Okay. Let me get to this prison program really quick. This one I got really excited about, but I did want to put it for last. So right now, Anything in the computer technology field is huge. Okay, so I did find a couple things. I found a program called Prison Scholars. It is a nonprofit, but Prison Scholars program is currently taking applications for their January 24th class to do 14 weeks for free to train individuals in the what did they give you? It says master the fundamental building blocks of web and software development alongside your peers in a rigorous 14 weeks. Coding. They teach you coding. Coding, especially about now, is probably 6-figure plus year salary job. This coding class is actually it goes on they have a December class, a January, and a February for right now. But I will put this out for you guys. They actually work with universities to actually give you this training. Now, you can actually get this training for individuals who are in prison. Did y'all hear me say that? They do actually have a correspondence course where they can teach individuals who are in prison how to code. So then when they get out, they can get a job. And I'm looking at the end of the universities. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 universities on here that actually do the paper-based courses. The only individuals that can apply is the actual inmate themselves. No family members can do it. So if you have somebody that is interested in this prison coding program, okay, now of course they got to be somebody that's going to be getting out. Now we can't put nobody on life on it because they ain't gonna be able to code nothing but the website for the prison. So they want people that's gonna get out so they can get a job. And no offense to my lifers, okay, in Missouri State prison over there in Jefferson, CI, I got some lifers that don't call me, but they wanted their stimulus check, and they're right, okay, because we're gonna give them their money. So I will send that if y'all need it. And then last but not least, because y'all know it's almost 8 o'clock and I don't like to keep going, but I'll keep going for my Discord group. We're going to hop into our group in just a minute. If you want to send cards to the prison, I found an app that is completely free. Now, it's holiday season. I know some of y'all probably don't care about inmates, but I know a lot of y'all got family members. It is an app called Amelio, Ameelio, Amelio. And this app lets you make cards. You can attach pictures, whatever you want. And it sends this to them to they get to check the email and they get cards. So it's kind of weird how it works, but I did it. So it says it's photo cards to prison. It's actually an app on the phone. I don't know if y'all can see that, Amelio, but all you got to do is look for that bird. And you guys on TikTok, y'all just got to look for that bird. It's Amelio, Ameelio. So if you got loved ones that are incarcerated, or if y'all just looking for a man, you can go on the app and you can take some pictures and you can send them and upload them to your family. Okay, very smart for whoever created that. Oh, and I did say last but not least, but let me say this before I let you go. So I did just post a video on my TikTok because I've been in a good mood today, so I've been making all kind of videos. Lil Boosie, and if y'all don't know who Lil Boosie is a rapper. He did just become a minister, and he is stating that he can now marry people. And I think that is awesome, but I wanted to let y'all know that y'all can do the same thing, okay? If you're a notary and you stay in Florida, South Carolina, or Maine, you can already officiate marriages. You do not have to become a minister to do so. The reason why I made a video about it is because you're going to see from here on out that in order to come up with the next biggest thing, sometimes you're gonna have to think a little bit out the box. But a lot of stuff that that people are doing are things that we normally see, but we never think about making a business out of it. And it's very smart for him to make a business out of officiating marriages, because if he created his 501c3 and created a ministry, whatever money he makes from this business, he doesn't have to report. Is that genius or not? Very, very genius. And he is charging $75 to $100K per officiation. So he can write off $1 million couple million, few million, and now y'all see why all these churches are rich. Now maybe we'll see why Joe Osteen healed their $600,000 in the bathroom. But I'm just letting y'all know that that's a very creative business idea, and you guys can do the same. I ain't telling y'all what to do. You got to join my Discord if you're interested in doing things like that. But these are the type of things that we need to know. This is what rich folks do. They find these little nicks and knacks and crannies, and they throw their money in there, and they hide them as a tax shelter, and then they never have to report it to the IRS. And I'm not encouraging anybody to do tax evasion, but I do want you to start thinking more strategically, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future going forward and how they're going to be monitoring our stuff. Okay. So let's see, Mahogany, and I'm going to look at these couple of questions. I'm going to let you go. Mahogany says, do you recommend getting a DUNS number as well? I absolutely recommend getting a DUNS number. If you have a business, you should have a DUNS number, especially if you want to do business credit. Okay. Just got my EBB internet discount today with Verizon. Whoop whoop! I know that's right. EBB is the FCC broadband. I told y'all can go and get those free hotspots from Verizon. I don't know if y'all don't be sleeping on me. I be making these videos, giving y'all the information. All y'all got to do is watch, and y'all gonna see. Thank you for sharing that. But I made a video about 2 months ago, okay, where y'all can go and get that hotspot. So if y'all got a Verizon near y'all need to go hit up the Verizon and say, I'm low income, as long as y'all can prove it, and see if they're gonna give you that free hotspot, okay? It says, make sure you're not filing after you let them and they didn't give you any charges, will go to you as well. I'm not sure what you mean, Miss Mott. Is that online school grant real that I see on here legit? I am in a year-long medical certification. The online school, which one? Which online school? I do the University of the People, the college, and I also do the high school to get your diploma. So I do have 2 schools that I absolutely support, but y'all would have to verify which one is which so that I'm answering the right questions. Okay. What we got? Robinhood. Yes, that's what I said. Y'all go to Robinhood. Yes, you can go to Webull. I just said Robinhood because it's easy for some people who don't know. Nailnet. Thank you. So Nailnet, Sallie Mae, those companies you may not see on your credit report anymore because they're being sold to 3 other companies, okay, who are just transferring. What's the name said I had a baby in May. How do I get the child tax credit? You'll claim that newborn on your taxes next year. Hey, Manox Red, I'm doing fine. How are you? It says, are they still letting you go back claim past 2 years? You can only claim back 3 years on your tax returns with the IRS. Only 3 years. Here's something that y'all did not know. This is why you guys need to file taxes. Remember, filing taxes is for information purposes. If you file taxes, you can only be audited on the years that you file taxes. If you don't file taxes, you can be audited on any year. So if you're an individual and you didn't file taxes in 10 years and you just all of a sudden wanted to file in 2020 for your stimulus and then you trigger an audit, they're going to go back all those years and see if you were supposed to report an income. And if you did and you didn't, you're now going to get fined and they're going to charge you interest for all that back taxes that you did not pay. Okay, so you need to file taxes to cover you, to prevent you from being sued for years that you don't want to have to claim. So did you get what I'm saying? So you can only skip 3. So if you hadn't filed in the last 3 years, you probably should, just for GP, because you don't want them to go back any further. So they can go back past 3 to audit you, but only 3 if you filed in the last 3 years. All right. So I hope y'all got that. Thank you, Miss Dallin. I try to be funny. I'll be trying to throw a little joke here and there. Okay. Look, if this don't work, I'm gonna just be a comedian. Okay, because I got to make money some kind of way. Okay. It says my son applied for stimulus, but they cannot verify him. If somebody can't verify you with a stimulus, they're gonna send you a letter. You have to send in your identification, and you have to get your form. More than likely, they want you to go to the IRS location near you so they can verify who you are. That's not uncommon. This is why y'all need to do the ID meet. And this is why some of y'all are going to have to get that ID pin, that little 6-digit number, because it's going to be harder and harder to verify yourself because there's so much damn ID theft. So get ready. Okay. If my school closed down, can I get my loan discharged? Yes, you can. How can inmates prove their identity? I always tell the inmates that I work with in Jefferson County, Jefferson CI, to send me a copy of their ID. Back in front of their ID, send their DC number, and usually what we do is we will we'll take that and put that with their tax return and send it off back to the inmates so that they can do their verification, they can sign it, and then they mail it off to the to IRS. Okay. Our seniors getting a stimulus check 2022. Seniors won't get a stimulus check. Seniors are only going to get an increase to their Social Security, and that is all. And last question, can you get a loan for startups? Nope, not if you ain't filed no taxes. SBA said no. And as an FYI, because I know some people have gotten off, it's 8 o'clock. I know I usually like to get off at 8, but I did just read the new updated SBA guidance. And yes, they are still going to come after every single individual who got a EIDL loan and a EIDL grant and were not supposed to. They are asking, well, they haven't done it yet, but they will be asking individuals to pay that money back. And they're probably going to put a date on it when that money has to be occurred. I'll probably make a YouTube video because I have to go into which individual should be expecting that. And I'm going to tell you, I know for a fact, because I've done a lot of people's paperwork and I saw a lot of people with double, triple payouts to SBA. You guys are the ones I'm talking to. If you got more than one, you will more than likely be contacted in 2022 to pay that money back. All right. So no surprises. Just let me know when it happens so that I can tell other people, and then we can figure out the best way to get you maybe to not pay it or to work out a deal. Okay. All right. And Darylyn says, I saw the video on food stamp will increase. Yes, food stamps will increase next year. It's not going to be that. Nothing's going to be that much. Food stamps or Social Security, after they put in all the extra stuff, it's not going to be that much money, but at least it's going to be more than what you were getting. Do not hold your breath. The hotspot, how many gigabytes? I'm not sure on the hotspot, but you do get one. I got child tax credit this year, but my son moved with dad, and I still got credit. What happens in 2022? Then your dad needs to, whoever's going to claim the son next year, needs to file taxes as normal. The IRS will pay them the money. And what the IRS is going to do is, so far, they said that they're not going to ask you guys to pay it back. So, but IRS changes stuff. So right now you got paid and you weren't supposed to. You don't have to pay it back. Please stay with me, Miss Ellen, because that may change. They always are changing the information. But right now you don't have to pay it back, but he will get the full credit. That is what the IRS said. So if somebody else, so I'm telling y'all again, if somebody else claimed a child, or if you claimed and you weren't supposed to, the other person at tax time, when they file, they get the full credit, unless that changes between now and tax season. But that person will get the full $3,000 or the full $3,600. Okay. Says, why they give you child tax credit if they're going to make you pay it back? Because some people weren't supposed to get it, but right now they're not making you pay it back. They're only making people pay it back if their income exceeded the amount and they were not supposed to get it. But anybody who got it just because of a child mix-up, they're not making you pay it back. Okay. So, all right, y'all. So I'm going to let y'all go. And for my individuals who are in my Discord group, you guys should already have the link. I'm going to just get on Facebook and then we can talk and y'all guys ask me more questions. And do you know what's happening with the income tax for this year? I've still not gotten a refund. Yeah, everybody's income tax refunds are slow. I'm so sorry to hear that you have not. You're just going to have to continue to check. Where's my refund or where's my amended refund to see where it is. As long as they owe you, you'll never be broke. But you just can't count on when to get it, unfortunately. But like and follow my page, Rogers, Texas, and hopefully I give you some information in the future. And Miss Robbie Ann, can I have the Facebook link in? Yes, I will send it to you. And Darylyn says, can I file my mother even though she's in a nursing home? You can file for your mother. She's in a nursing home. She deserves to have her stimulus check. And if she did not get it, you need to hit me up because that's mama money and she needs to get it. Now, what's going to happen is if she's in a nursing home, more than likely the nursing home is going to get that money. So you need to first check to see if the nursing home already filed and got her stimulus, because nursing homes do get the right to take the money, unfortunately. Hey, Jay Johnson, thank you. I know I was trying to be cute today. Thank you. All right. Hey Toya, I've been here every Monday at 7. I'm always here. Again, Discord, Facebook, send me a message on Instagram if you want any of these links from tonight. There still is so much stuff that we have not gone over, but that's okay. I'm safe with my girls in the group. And I'll see y'all next Monday. Okay, y'all have a blessed one, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.